Retirement. Nobody tells you that the hardest part of retirement isn't about the money. Nobody tells you that you can wake up one morning, there's no alarm, there's no commute, there's no reason to be anywhere, and you suddenly feel lost. Now, whether you loved every minute of your working life or you couldn't wait to leave it behind you, that lost feeling can find you either way. And I think I've worked out why. It's because the real fear isn't losing the job. The real fear is actually wondering, who am I now? Hello, my lovelies. I'm Rosemary, and welcome to your next season. This is my very first video for this channel, and I want to start with the question nobody prepared me for. When the routine, the people, your colleagues, the structure, the reason to get up and go, when all of that suddenly changes, who are you now? I spent my career in IT and banking, finishing up at exec level, and I genuinely loved my job. I loved the challenge, the pressure, the feeling of a Monday morning when something was going on or a project milestone was going to happen. I loved it. In fact, I introduced myself to the man who became my husband as, "Hi, I'm Rosemary, head of IT for a bank." That's how much my work was part of my identity. Now, not everyone's experiences retirement in the same way. Some people miss the work itself, others miss the people, the routine, the conversations, the feeling of belonging, the faces at the door every morning, the cups of tea, the bit to crack at the photocopier, having somewhere to be, feeling useful, feeling known, and it doesn't really matter which group you belong to, because both can leave you standing in exactly the same place with an empty diary, the phone is quiet, and you're asking yourself, who exactly am I now? And I think many of us are too quick to try and answer that question. I certainly was. We look for the silver lining, start the next chapter. Do not get me wrong, retirement is fantastic, but sometimes it takes us a while to get there. Now, I understand the impulse because I did exactly that thing. I rushed out to try and fix that feeling on who am I now, because whether you're grieving a career you loved or a community that mattered more to you than you realized, the loss is real. You built something, you contributed, you mattered, you belonged somewhere, and now that part of life has changed. That's not being dramatic. That's, I suppose, being human, really. The insight that helped me most was this.